So how to find the tunnels, especially if entrances and exits have been destroyed? Well, basically what I'm doing now is trying to track all entrances that anybody knows about, and going to those locations to see if there's any evidence that the entrances exist or existed. I'm also looking for eyewitnesses who, oh yeah, I've seen the tunnel right here, and can describe it, and see if any of these stories sort of cling together.
There's theoretically an entrance to the underground vaults of the brewery at this location, which was most probably destroyed when they rebuilt this bridge at a date I don't remember. So, but I see no evidence here of any sort of entrance or even any artifact that would suggest that there is or was an opening here. So all I see is stone and mud and grid. That's it. See no evidence of brick work anywhere. So my guess is if it was here, I don't see it anymore. Now, if there is a doorway to the underground vaults, it would have to be somewhere between here and the next bridge. Because this property here, on which 3 houses are currently built, is the former location of the brewery. Huh. I wonder if we should walk along this bank for a little bit and just take a look. Yeah? Let's have a look. Ooh, can't hurt.
And ultimately, if most of the entrances and exits have been destroyed, do any pieces of the tunnel still remain intact? And how do I find those? Well, right now we're basically thinking about, first of all, identifying some location where it's about 98% sure that there's something underground at that location. I've identified a company, Knutson Engineering, who says if you find such a place, we've got equipment that just maybe kind of might detect that underground tunnel, especially if it's big. And it is big because this is supposedly what it looks like. Now this is the tunnel in Brockville that was built for a railroad underpass, but I've got an eyewitness who says I've walked this tunnel and it looks exactly like this. So if it looks exactly like that, this is a fairly major structure that's underground, and it should be relatively easy to track it.
I don't see anything here at all. And now we're into sort of private property, it looks like. So, I think if there is some sort of entrance to the underground vaults in this area, there's no evidence. Whoa, snakes! Whoa! Lots of habitat along here, frogs and snakes. So, this is about as far as I can go.
Some of the interesting parts of this says that if this tunnel I'm looking for actually exists, then it had to go underneath the Tay River.
We're about 12 feet from this level to the bottom of the Tay, probably another dozen feet down. It's probably 24 feet down from here, if it exists.
So that means, I don't know what, that it's down fairly deep? I don't know. All I know is that there's probably in this area one or more tunnels. There is very definitely a tunnel between a brewery that used to exist up here and a distillery that used to exist here. And there is very definitely a tunnel between these 2 points, because I can find all sorts of documented references to them and all sorts of eyewitnesses who said, oh yeah, I've seen that. Huh. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows? Well, I think we're out of luck. But nobody so far, except for one guy, says there's another tunnel, a tunnel with a bookcase, a tunnel with 24 other journals, and that's the piece I'm looking for, because my documentary's all about tracking Daniel's journal from 1995 back to 1816. So, very interesting expedition.
Does this suggest anything to you? Sort of there and into here. There seems to be a stone wall there, stone wall there. All right. Huh. The tunnel entrance,
yes,
that the butcher's talking about, that he saw,
right,
is down in this basement, and I believe it's at this corner. And if you go straight out, guess what? We are heading straight down to where we were before. There's got to be something between this tree and that set of trees over there, where if the tunnel exists, it has to come across here. Comes out, goes down, stays down, until we hit that last sinkhole, and then goes up to Summit House. And that matches the verbal description I've had from the person who says he's walked the tunnel. There's a flat section in here, and then an upward grade to Summit House. So it holds together the story, but we still got to prove it, right? Yeah.